Hi everyone, Duke Danger here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Sorry about the absence. Sorry about how dark it is in here. There's not a lot I can do about that, but at least I've fixed my microphone. And I have a present for you, all belated as it may be. The top 5 shittest games I've played or replayed in 2012. Because everybody seems to be doing it at the minute, so why the hell not me? So, let's start off at number 5. A game I find to be horribly overrated. I replayed it again this year just to reconfirm how horrible this game really is, and this isn't going to make me a lot of friends or fans, but I don't give a fuck because it has to be said. Final Fantasy VII. A game about a blonde-haired twat that just spends all of his time complaining about shit that doesn't really matter. The whole premise of the game is okay. There's a big company that's overtaken a city, semi-sort of, kind of, and you're trying to get out and all shit's happening. I can't even remember the plot points because that's how fucking dull it was. You fight your way around, it takes you 4 fucking hours to get out of the main area, the first main area, and then you're inundated with mini games and shite. Basically, I think this game was a bit crap. Even for the time, the graphics were pretty poor. And don't get me wrong, I like the Final Fantasy games. I love Final Fantasy IX, and I know that's not going to make me many fans either, but it is the best one. I don't give a fuck what you say. Final Fantasy VII was just crap. They had this whole thing about Aeris dying. Is that her name? Aeris? Her dying and there being a whole emotional blackmail scene built around it, but I really found myself not giving a shit because I didn't actually care about her as a character anyway, much like I didn't care about anyone in this game. As far as I was concerned, they could all just rot, especially that knob Vincent Valentine. He just didn't care, but there was no reason for him not to care. He was just an arsehole for no reason. I've said all I want to say about that one before I fly into a rage. Number 4. Dragon Age 2. Now, it takes quite a lot to ruin an entire game just by making a sequel. This game took everything that was good about the first Dragon Age and got rid of it, and replaced it all with repetitive areas and stupid button-mashing combat. The entire combat is done by hammering one button. And if you use the double daggers, then you were pretty much unbeatable because you could just hammer as quick as you could and that would work. All the dungeons were exactly the same. The story was terrible, taking place at some point during or just after the first game, but in truth it was just a really bad game. They took away all the customization, they took away everything. There was just nothing to do except for walk around the same hallway again and again and again because they couldn't be bothered to reprogram it all. Number 4. Bionic Commando. Number 3, rather. Bionic Commando was a game based on an old 2D scroller. And then they decided to bring it to next gen in a very poor manner. Basically, they tempt you with this massive city to explore, and you quickly realise that it's just a thin corridor in this massive city, quite often limiting you to one street, and if you go past a parked car you immediately die because of radiation. The swinging is terrible, it's clunky, it doesn't work. The shooting is even worse. You just got to sort of guess at where you're aiming because it doesn't matter anyway, the guns are so crap. I like how it says here on the back of the box, swing across vast landscapes and jump off skyscrapers. You jump off one skyscraper and the landscapes only look vast. They are not vast, I can guarantee that. Basically this game was horribly made, horribly advertised, horrible, and I wouldn't bother paying the £5 I paid for it, but the problem is now it's unsellable. I can't get rid of it, so it's just got to live on my shelf until I eventually burn it or give it to a passing homeless man. Number 2. Digital Devil Saga on the PS2, a game I'd never played before, but I've heard a lot about the Shin Megami Tensei RPGs. This game was just pretty bad. It takes a lot to make being possessed by demons boring, But this game manages it. It's just combat after combat after combat. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And I'd forgive it if the combat was in any way interesting, but it was just the same attacks over and over again. You didn't really need to do much else. You have 3 characters so far. I only played about 2 hours before I got bored out of my skin. Story's terrible. There's 5 countries at war or something ridiculous. You've got to go and wipe them all out with your newfound demon friends. And then once you've done that, something insane may happen, but from the way the story was going, nothing really would. This brings me to my shittest game I've played in 2012, and it really is bad. I didn't buy this one, my brother bought it, thank fuck, but I really couldn't deal with it because it was just clunky, boring, crap, in some places impossibly hard. Front Mission Evolved. Now it takes a huge risk to bring giant robots into such a shit premise. I don't even know what was going on. You're a scientist or something that's designed a massive robot thing, and then for some reason the military lets you go into a city that's being invaded and lets you shoot people. It was really boring. In fact, I spent most of my game looking for extras, and you know something's wrong with the combat when you spend time avoiding it to look for extras. This whole premise was terrible. You know what they call these mech things that look like a direct rip-off of Mech Warrior? Wanzers. Wanzers. Fucking Wanzer. What the fuck is that even supposed to mean? I get it, it's like Panzer, but Wanzer? I mean, it's just, there's no originality at all. There were a few cool moments when you're on foot fighting massive dudes, but even that got a bit dull after a while. I just don't know why anyone would pick this up. It was really... Armored Core 4 was better than this. And I mean that genuinely. And if you haven't played Armored Core 4, play it and you'll know exactly how bad that is. It's just a shit game that's trying desperately to be Chrome Hounds and can't do it because Chrome Hounds was good and these guys are not good. It's actually quite surprising because normally giant robots are pretty good and make a game, but no, giant robots couldn't save this game. They could have had giant robots fighting Godzilla and aliens, and it wouldn't make it any better. It was just a bad game. Didn't complete that one either, by the way, just for the record. That was a really crap video. I'm sorry. That was really bad. You know, dislocated arm. Hurts, you know. Mine's not with it. But, I may redo this with 5 even shittier games, provided I can find anything shitter than Front Mission Evolved. I'm going to be hard pressed, but I'm going to do it for you guys. I'm going to find a game shitter. That's my New Year's resolution for you. I'm going to find a game shitter than Front Mission Evolved and play it in its entirety and review it for you, my viewers, because I somewhat care for you. Yeah. Sorry about the shitness of the video, sorry about the darkness of the area around me, sorry about the insanely bright lights back there, sorry about the absence, and yeah, why am I apologising? Fuck you guys, I fixed my microphone, this is a celebration, not a need for apologies, and if you don't like it, you can suck my ample penis. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I'll leave it on the cock joke. Duke Danger, out.